Hello everyone, welcome to the Talk with Connie. I'm your host Connie Hall-Scott, and today I have here with me the editor of Dalton Living Magazine. This is Rachel Brown-Kirkland. Rachel, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It is a pleasure. Now, you and I have known each other for a while. Sometimes I contribute as often as possible to your magazine, and it's such a pleasure to write these stories, and I'm always, as you can see on my social media, shouting out to Rachel for what a good job she does of putting it together and making it happen. So do you want to tell our viewers here a little bit about Dalton Living Magazine?
Absolutely, and thank you for your kind comments. It's a pleasure to work with you.
You're welcome. I'm being true. It's true stuff.
So Dalton Living Magazine does come out every 2 months. Mm-hmm. You can get it at about 50 locations around town. Some locations are Bradley Wellness Center. If you're going to the mill, you can get it there, and there's so many others. And the purpose of Dalton Living is just to tell the positive stories about our community.
And that is good because, like you just said, it's always a positive, happy focus. In fact, this month, or the fall 2022 edition, is about...
So it's about community heroes, and we're delighted to be able to tell some of their stories. We have so many wonderful people in Dalton, so we did have to pick and choose. But we think we have a wonderful lineup, and we hope our readers enjoy it.
So who is this on the cover here?
Yes, so that is Hector Holgan. Many people will recognize him as a soccer coach who left his mark on this area, and his story is really one of doing a phenomenal job at soccer and coaching, rising to the top of his game, literally and figuratively. And then he, over the summer chose to actually step away because he wanted to spend more time with his family, and he was very intentional about that. So
that's admirable.
Yes.
Because as I was saying before, we were talking before we got on here, family is very important to me, as it is with you, because you're married and you have...
I have 2 little boys, 8 and 3.
And those are great ages. Because mine are all grown now. They don't listen quite as good as they used to when they were those ages. So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. What's your background?
Yes, so I have been in journalism for about 25 years now. I've written for newspapers, magazines, I write for some online media, and it's just always a pleasure to be able to tell other people's stories.
It is fun, isn't it?
It is.
So, okay, now let's get back to community heroes for a minute. Other than the gentleman here, Hector on the cover, the coach, we have Jim Pankey, the banjo player who's going to be on shortly, as well as Nick Sargent, who is, gosh, man, he is such a gift to the community too, with all the give back he does. But who else?
So one group of folks that I really enjoyed interviewing is Dalton's JROTC, and just a wonderful group of high school students. They do a lot of work in the community, a lot of volunteer work, and then they go through a program that really helps prepare them with life skills for whatever they do, not just military.
That's great. So we're starting with the young heroes.
Yes.
That's cool. And then we also have a nurse.
Yes, so Mary Caitlin Smith is someone who was recommended to us as just a nurse who was very compassionate with her patients, went above and beyond, and that's her story.
Anything else in there noteworthy this time?
Festival guide, so fall festivals, whole guide to festivals in our region, plus something you might want to cook in your kitchen.
Oh yeah, and is it Misty Watson?
Yes.
Who does the eclectic kitchen each time? I always like that. I've tried some of her recipes, by the way, if you want to tell her that Connie likes them. Rachel, this is so full of good things. We don't have time to talk about everything, but I loved having you on and learning a little bit more about Dalton Magazine and yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Rachel. The rest of you, we'll be right back.